What's goody? What's goody? What's goody, my peoples? What is happening, y'all? This is your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK Infinity _VVS. This is the Rockets Propaganda channel. And we back at it with another one, man. I know we got the who we got it's the Atlanta Hawks that we got a little bit later in about an hour's time. I kind of wanted to touch on a little something before I do a little pregame. So last 10 games, we were 9-1. We had the 9-game win streak. We got snapped by the Denver Nuggets. And then we got 10 games left. We still the second seed. Kind of wanted to do a little bit of an overview of what we did in the last 10 games and then kind of do a prediction of our next 10 games. But before I do that, everybody that comes in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all leave comments. I like to interact with the comments and the audience while I'm doing this thing. Also, so a little bit of Rockets news. I don't know if y'all seen this. I might be the only one that's seen this. I don't know how. Some way, somehow, I may be the only one that's seen this. But so the Rockets are actually about to have. Well, this is a little article I'm reading. Matter of fact, I can go ahead and I'm gonna put the link to it in the comments here. So they say the Rockets are gonna have a Netflix documentary. It doesn't say when, but they're supposed to have a Netflix documentary, which is quite interesting for a team that's not exactly always in the good graces of the national media and whatnot, or really the good graces of any kind of media at all. Somehow, some way, we about to have a documentary release. And funny enough, let me see if I can actually get this on the screen so y'all can see that. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Y'all can see that. So it says, oh, hold up. There you go. All right, cool. There we go. Yeah. So last thing. Oh, my man King Beard. AP, bro, where you been at, my guy? Where you been at, bro? I need my partner in crime up here with me, dog. Where you at? Come holler at your boy, man. But I appreciate you pulling up. Bro. So, peep this. So last 10 games, like I said, we 9-1. But there's interesting 5-man player lineup data that I kind of want to go over and look at. And then y'all can draw whatever conclusions you would like to, however you would like to. It's up to you and your basketball conscience and your Rockets fandom and whatever agendas you want to push. So, all right. These are our most used lineups in the last 10 games. Y'all can see this right here. Houston Rockets, last 10 games. These are our most used lineups in the last 10 games. All right. So this lineup has had the most time on the floor. The Van Vliet, Brooks, Green, Amen, Tari Eason. They played 5 games, total of 48 minutes. That's a whole game. They have an offensive rating of 122.5. defensive rating of 105.1, and that comes out to a net rating of 17.5. All right, so I just kind of want y'all to take a mental picture and look at some of this lineup data. Keep on mind. Anyway, you're gonna see it on the screen, but peep who's in the lineups, who's not in the lineups, what the lineups look like, and y'all can draw your own little conclusions from there. I may or may not push some propaganda, but we're gonna find out. So this lineup has a 54.3% assist percentage, 2.5 assist to turnover ratio, rebound rate 56.6, which is like that's around where we are for the season as a team. Effective field goal percentage 55.1, true shooting of 59, and pace is 99.69, which is around where we are for the season. All right, so this is one of our best lineups. All right, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this starting lineup. Now this is just 5-man data, but this starting lineup is actually undefeated. I think it's 7-0 with this starting lineup, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong as hell, but I might not be wrong. But I know we 7-0 when we're 7-0 when Tari Eason starts. So just keep that in mind. So second most used lineup, and this is in 2 games. Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Tari Eason, Amen Thompson. All right. Offensive rating, holy boy, this is nuts. 140.9. Oh, what up, King? Salute. Yeah, my guy. Offensive rating 140.9. Defensive rating 107.8. That's a net rating of 33.1. Assist percentage 64%, which means we are assisting on 64% of the shots that are made with this lineup on the floor in them 33 minutes. And they only played in 2 games, which Amen Thompson did just come back. So hopefully we can see this lineup tonight against the Atlanta Hawks. But ongoing assist ratio, 4 assists to turnover ratio. My, oh my. That's pretty good considering who's in the lineup. Now, who's in the lineup? A couple of guys known for having tunnel vision. Tari Eason and Dillon Brooks. Again, this isn't just 2 games. So, take with it what you will. These are just, and I think 10 games is a good sample size, but it's just this particular lineup is played in 2 games, but in 33 minutes. So in the last 10 games, this is our second most used lineup, and it's only played 33 minutes together in 10 games. Kind of makes you wonder, like, why they're not playing certain lineups more often. Then again, Amen Thompson did just come back, so there's that little caveat. King says, phone on 60%, so I'm here till my phone died. Man, you a real one, King. I swear, bro. You a real one for sure. Appreciate the love, man. All right, our third most used lineup. Fred VanVleet, Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Amen Thompson. I've told y'all about this lineup already and how absolutely deplorable it is. In the last 10 games, which is just this lineup only played in 2. Now, I want y'all to think about this, bro. Like, Amen Thompson only been back for a couple of games, right? In them couple of games he came back, look at the abuse that Ime Udoka is using him with already. Like, come on, Ime. But this lineup in 2 games in 31 minutes, offensive rating of 86.2. It matched the eye test, don't it? Defensive rating of 111.1, which is subpar for our standards. Net rating of negative 25 in 2 games. Granted, a lot of it is the Nuggets game, but it's also the Heat game too. So this isn't just as bad. And we're gonna get to specific lineup data in the Heat game and in the Nuggets game. So we're gonna look and we're gonna see what match and what makes sense. All right. So negative 25 net rating. Assist percentage, 36.4. Now, you would think a lineup, this same lineup, if you swap out Amen Thompson with Tari Eason, that same lineup has almost a 20% bump in assist percentage. Amen Thompson is a better passer than Tari Eason can ever dream of. Okay? True or false? He's a better passer than Tari Eason ever gonna dream of. So what's the deal with that? Why such a drastic jump in assist percentage from one player to another and one talent to another? Because Amen Thompson is probably the most talented player on the team, all the way over to compared to Tari Eason, who's no slouch in his own right, but Amen Thompson got like superstar potential. Tari Eason, I can't say the same, but he's a really good player, and we all love him. Hold on, I got King pulled up with another one. He said, I wonder if Ime keeping our best lineup secret so teams won't have much footage to study for the playoffs. I don't know how smart that would be, considering we only got 10 games left. Those lineups still got to prove their worth on the court, and you still need data. Like, we're looking at the data right now. We still need data. Still need them data points. We still need an eye test to see what can be tweaked in those lineups, because it ain't just a matter of certain lineups being out there. It's how do they function together? Like, how can you get certain lineups to function better together? It don't really matter to me who's in the lineup and who's not. It matters how that lineup is functioning in the context of that particular game against that particular team. Now, obviously, over a greater body of work, you're going to see more evidence to support whatever argument or narrative you may want to push. He said, you're right, I was reaching. King, bro, you a real one, dog. I love you to death, man. All right, so this third lineup again with the Amen Thompson lineup. Assist ratio, just 10%. Rebound rate, 34.8. To me, in my opinion, I think this is the biggest problem with this lineup. Forget everything else. This is the biggest problem. This lineup does not and cannot rebound. It's not necessarily the fact that Amen Thompson is starting ahead of Tari or Jabari. I think part of that problem with that lineup is the one person that in their lineup that you think should get more rebounds is Dillon Brooks, and he just doesn't. He's just not interested in that. He's not a rebounder. He's for a dude that's a big wing, he doesn't rebound. You would think, as physical as a guy, as a player as he is, you would expect him to grab more rebounds, man. It doesn't make any sense to me. But Dillon, I love you, man. I'm gonna need you to go box out though and grab some boards. And also, effective field goal percentage is absolutely deplorable, 42.4. True shooting, 44.2. It's just bad. This whole lineup is just bad. They don't do nothing well. This lineup does nothing well at all. And we continue to start it. We will continue to start it for the rest of the season. It's just, so long as everybody's healthy, knock on wood, everybody healthy, they're going to start this lineup the rest of the season. So I just want y'all to be prepared. We're going to see, in 2 games, we've seen this lineup for 31 minutes in just 2 games compared to this lineup right here with Tari Eason in the place of Amen Thompson. We've seen this lineup in 5 games. We've seen it 48 minutes. So I just want y'all to prepare yourselves to see a whole bunch of nasty basketball, nasty lineups, nasty rotations moving forward the rest of the season. All right, so don't say you ain't heard it already. Don't say you didn't hear it here first. You're going to see this the rest of the season. Just prepare your mind. All right, cool. Let's move on. Next most used lineup: Fred VanVleet, Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr. This is the lineup that we started the season with. This is the lineup that we were second seed with. And in the last 10 games, this lineup has played 6 games together in just 29 minutes. I want y'all to see this. This lineup has only played 6 games. It's played in 6 games, but only played 29 minutes compared to the previous lineup. In 2 games, it's played 31 minutes. Y'all see? Ime, he has a way. It seems like he has in his mind who he wants to play all the time. It's just not panning out well for the betterment of the team. It's at least according to the data. He may be trying to get them to play better because maybe he sees something that we don't. But in practice and practicality, it ain't looking good. But let's move on. So that lineup is in 29 minutes, 101 offensive rating. That's not pretty. It's not great, but it's not bad. This is where they're making their money, though, right here on the defensive end with a defensive rating of 95.4 with a net rating of 6.2. Now, this is, keep in mind, this isn't necessarily a high ceiling lineup. It's more of a low, it's a high floor lineup, I would say. This is more of a high floor lineup. Old, reliable. Everybody knows their position. Everybody knows their place. Everybody knows what they can do. It's not always going to look pretty, but at the end of the day, it's going to be effective. So this lineup got a assist percentage of 56, assist to turnover ratio of 2.33. Rebound rate is 49.3, which is okay for an NBA season, but it's not our best rebounding lineup, but it's all right. It works for us. And effective field goal percentage, yeah, it's nasty. It's not good. It's not pretty. 47.4. True shooting, 50.7. All right. Get it. It doesn't, this lineup, like I said, man, it's a high floor lineup. It's not going to look pretty, but it's effective. We know when we see that lineup, we know what to expect. We know what we're going to get. We're going to get some ugly offensive basketball that's not always going to be consistent, but we're going to be locked down on defense. And that's what Ime Udoka like. We got a comment right quick from June Zendong. Ime don't use Jabari at center a lot. He should have to use that against Denver and don't double Murray a lot. Also, look at the Bulls. That's why they used to defeat the Nuggets. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Ime is starting to fall. He's really falling in love with Amen Thompson, rightfully so, as he should. We all have. He's probably the easiest player to love on his team. It's out of him and Tari Eason. Because with those two guys, for the most part, you know what you're going to get. You know, you see the talent level of Amen Thompson. You see the hustle with Tari Eason, Terry Twins lineup. We already know what time it is with them too. But he really loves Amen Thompson. But you also see Ime Udoka has fallen in love. I mean, really fallen in love with that double big lineup. It's like break glass in case of emergency, and he's been having the emergency every game because he's starting. What's happening is he's starting that deplorable lineup that doesn't look good at anything. And what happens is you bring in Steven Adams, you put LP at the 4, and then whoever the hell else is around. And that lineup looks so good, but part of the reason why that lineup looks so good is because the other one that he likes to use just looks so horrible. It just looks bad. Not only does it look bad, it is bad. Like, we can't even argue it. We all see it. You know, elephant in the room. Nobody really want to talk about it, but that 5-man unit, the deplorable unit, yeah, somebody got to go. Either somebody ain't going to be here next season or somebody got to go to the bench and swallow their pride. But we're going to find out. All right. Next lineup. In 7 games, Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith, Tari Eason. Now, this is a lineup that in theory you think would make some sense. You got some shooting, you got defense, you got a little bit of versatility, defensively especially. You would expect this lineup to actually be a really good lineup, especially defensively. Let's look at the numbers. What do the numbers say? In 7 games and 26 minutes. Offensive rating of 87.9. Some of the nastiest basketball you're going to see is with this 5-man lineup. And it's got 26 minutes in 7 games. Again, I said earlier, you would think that lineup is a very good defensive lineup. It is one of the worst defensive lineups. Matter of fact, of our most used lineups in the last 10 games, it is our second worst defensive lineup. It's bad. They don't do nothing right. Net rating of -30. If that ain't ugly, I don't know what is. That is absolutely disgusting. But they do have an assist percentage of 61.9. if you like assist percentage, but problem is assist to turnover ratio is not even 1. Boy, that is ugliness at its finest, or ugliest, or however you supposed to say it. But they rebound though. Of course, you're gonna rebound. You ain't making no shots. Bunch of shots available to go grab rebounds from. Effective field goal percentage 51.1, true shooting 52.0. Like, yo, what is going on here? Like, this lineup you would think in theory should be a lot better than it is, but it's not. My man King got a comment. He's saying, what's your suggestion for our starting lineup once the playoffs start, okay? Or will that depend on who we play? My starting lineup, I think I hadn't said it. I'm just going to say it again. Fred has shown that he could take a step back. So I don't mind him starting. So Fred, Jalen, man. We got a new challenger in the building. My man Slaughterhouse. What's happening, my guy? Hold on, I gotta get you up on the screen. Okay, hold up. Let me all right, here we go. Got you on the screen. What up, Slaughterhouse? My man. What's happening with you, bro?
It's been a while.
It has, but it's all good. I've been holding it down for you, man.
Appreciate it.
For sure. So King asking me what I think my starting lineup should be. So right now I'm just going over the last 10 games starting lineups. So after we review this, we're going to look at the two specific games. We're going to look at the Heat game lineup data, and we're going to look at the Nugget game lineup data. And after that, we're going to go look at the next 10 games and kind of predict from there. But before we get to that, King want to know what my starting lineup is if I had to pick. If it was me starting, if I was coaching the playoffs, my starting lineup: Fred, Jalen, Amen, Jabari, Sengun. That's my starting five. I think everything makes sense. You have some high usage guys, but you have two guys in that lineup who can take a step back, who have shown they can take a step back in Jabari and Fred. And Amen Thompson will be given more runway to have the ball. We'll have some shooting with Jalen has actually been really good as a spot-up shooter this season. So he, Fred, and Jabari, in theory, should be able to, create enough spacing. And Sengun, however we want to use him, either use him as a post-up, roll man, or as a hub. A bunch of ways we can, play offensively and defensively with that three-man unit. And then you can get back to, I hate to use this word, but hiding Sengun on defense with Jabari and allowing Sengun to be good at what he is good at, which is being a roamer. Like, he's really good at that. He's got good hands, he's got good IQ, he's got good anticipation. It'll be good to have him in that role back full time. He's unfortunately not able to do that with the current starting lineup that we've gone back to, which is an absolutely disgusting lineup that we should stop playing altogether. But anyway, all right, damn, we got some more. Some Slaughter love.
What's up,
Slaughter salute. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Bruh, AP, where you at, bro? Don't make me come find you, dog.
He's probably at the game, man.
Probably with his rich self. Bro, why are you so rich? You need to share some of that bread over here, man. All right, next lineup. I was just with this lineup right here. This lineup that should never see the light of day ever again. Funny enough, this lineup has been one of the more used lineups. Only 16 minutes, but in the last 10 games, we've seen this lineup for 16 minutes. Aaron Holiday, Jock. Yeah, but we're gonna throw it out there just because it's already up here. Aaron Holiday, Jock Landale, Jayshawn Tate, Nate Williams, Cam Whitmore. Let's just look at what they've been doing in their time. Obviously, they're not going to be good on offense, and they're not going to be good on defense. They're going to be good at absolutely nothing. Their assist rate is up, their assist percentage is up. Assist to turnover is not good. It's pretty average. It's better than you would expect for the characters in play. I like to use garbage time to kind of see like who kind of stands out. Nobody stands out in our garbage time. So you know what? Let me not even waste our time. No more with their lineup. All right. So I talked about the double big lineups a little bit earlier, and this is the first time it's showing up in minutes played in this list in the last 10 games. So we got Adams, Brooks, Jalen, Alperen, and Tari Eason. This lineup, I know everybody likes to say double bigs is the greatest thing since sliced bread, but this lineup says otherwise. 92.6 offensive rating, 96 defensive rating, which obviously you would expect that. But that come out to a negative 3.4 net rating. So, how do we feel about that? Assist rate, absolutely disgusting at 36.4. This is bad. This is absolutely terrible.
No, 11.4. Assist
rate.
I'm
sorry, 11.4. No, assist ratio. I'm talking about assist percentage. Sorry, assist percentage.
Assist percentage. Oh yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
it's funny. It's funny. It's the same. It's the same as the OREB percentage.
Right. 36.4. It's absolutely disgusting and nasty. But they rebound though, as you would expect. I mean, you got Adam Sengun and Tari Eason all in the game at once. They're gonna gobble up a lot of rebounds. But at the same time, that's because there's gonna be a lot of missed shots.
Yeah,
especially with Alfred and Tari missing layups. But
I have a statistic for you.
What's up?
If the Rockets maintained their offensive rebounding percentage in the playoffs, when was the last time that a team had over a 36% offensive rebounding percentage?
If the Rockets maintain that, and when was the last time a team maintained that?
When was the last time that it happened?
Last time it happened, I would have to guess the mid-2000s Derrick Rose Chicago Bulls with Joakim Noah and Lou Aldang. That Ben Gordon, that crew, Kirk Heinrich. Am I on something? Further back?
03-04 Dallas Mavericks.
03-04 Dallas Mavericks. That's Dirk. Was Dan Pierce? No, Dan Pierce wasn't. No. Dan Pierce wasn't there.
Could have been like Eric Montross or something.
03? Yeah, that's Dirk, Nash.
It'll be 20 years.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. And
Sean
typically
Bradley,
that's not good. Oh, Sean Bradley. Oh, God.
Edward Nahara and Dirk.
Michael Finley was over there too, huh?
Yeah. Danny Fortin probably played a little bit.
Oh, I remember Eduardo Nahara. That boy was a harasser on defense, boy.
Yeah, he was annoying.
Yeah. AP got to come and he say, who would y'all rather face in first round, Wolves or Clippers? Clippers. The reason why, big man depth. Their wing depth is on par with us for the most part, but big man depth, we clearly win that. They don't have the shooting bigs that would give us problems like Julius Randle and Naz Reid. That's going to give us all kind of hell. It already has. I don't want to see that. Sorry.
I think I'd rather play the Wolves. I think I'd rather play the Wolves.
No, I think you scared of Kawhi Leonard, huh? I'm not.
We haven't played them with Kawhi though.
That's
we
true.
Played them with Kawhi.
But this is what I know. If Kawhi Leonard
it's not good, but all it has to be good is for 7 days.
That's true. But Kawhi Leonard's knees, if he doesn't put the right amount of WD-40 on his knees, he done. Tell me I'm lying. If he wakes up one morning and he don't put, like, if he missed 1 milliliter of WD-40, that's it for him. And then I believe we had a wing depth to be able to harass James Harden for 48 minutes.
I do agree with that. But it's possible that they have the two best players in the series, whereas with the Wolves, I mean, I like, depending on what you think about Gobert, but we definitely would not be down like that. I mean, look, I agree with you about Harden. That's the whole reason he was bottled up, but they also just didn't have anyone to kick out to. He didn't have anyone to take it off of him.
That's fair.
Like
That's
Kawhi.
Fair. But at the same time, I think the Clippers would be easier to defend for our scheme than the T-Wolves. Because, again, them shooting bigs give us problems. Gobert is not what disturbs me at all. It's Naz Reid and Julius Randle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what gives me the issue.
Yeah, I agree with Reid.
So, yeah. Any other lineups we want to look at here? I don't think none of these are really that interesting to where we got to spend some time looking at them. We're going to look at, you know what? We're going to look at a couple more of these. All right, let's look at a couple more of these. Steven Adams, Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun. Oh, no, we did look at this. No, we didn't. We didn't look at this one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in 2 games and 11 minutes, this 5-man lineup has a 128.6 offensive rating, a 90 defensive rating for a net rating of a grand total of 38.6. Christ almighty, that's crazy. I know that's a small sample size, but that lineup actually looks like it makes some sense. I think you have enough shooting there, and you got 2 big bodies in the paint. And then I think they play a lot of zone with that lineup too, and I'm sure that. And it was the limit, 11 minutes, and it was just 2 games. But
look at the shooting percentage.
Yeah, the shooting percentage is
128.6 offensive rating with a 53% true shooting. Like, that's ridiculous.
So look at the look at the offensive rebound percentage.
But it's weird. They have a high assist percentage.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is probably kick
percentage. Out. So either they're not hitting shots, and it could be better.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a lot of things, man.
It's weird.
But I think that's something we could probably get some more data on. So let's look at this last one. Yeah, it's gonna be the last one we look at. We ain't gonna keep going down. Adams, Brooks, Green, Sengun, Jabari. All right, in 5 games in 10 minutes, 130 offensive rating. Jeez. 65 defensive rating. Net rating of 65. Assist percentage 50. Which, what? What? It did, yeah. Rebound percentage 80. Like
72% true shooting.
72%. Yeah, this is where that money is made. That's where the money is made. But that lineup is only played in 10 minutes, 5 games. But so in 5 games, they played an average of 2 minutes a game. This is what I don't understand. I understand that, Ime Udoka probably has a vision, but I don't think that he even understands his own vision. Because if you look at what he really wants to do, that don't work. But when it goes to alternatives, that works. Like, Ime, man.
I actually think that is what he wants to do.
What do you think it is that he wants to do?
I think he likes the double big. I mean, he did it with Williams and Horford.
If that's the case,
I just think we were slow with Adams because of his health, right? He kind of really didn't get healthy until end of December or maybe mid-December. And then they probably didn't think it could work.
King said he don't trust.
And then they just said, well, screw it, because it's not working anyway.
Abdul-Jabbar. Bro, that's gold. Nah, I'm gonna start that, bro. That is gold. King dog. I don't have no words for you, man. I don't have much words for you. Oh my goodness, that's crazy, bro. All right, man, tip off. We kind of went over this for a minute, but let's go over. Let's look at this Heat game first. Y'all can see I ain't capping on none of these stats. We going right to the source. All right, so in that Heat game, I want y'all to look at this. This is where it gets interesting. So in that Heat game, again, what Ime Udoka wants to do, 17 minutes this lineup played together. The next closest lineup was 4 minutes. This is what he wants to do, and it ain't working. It's 17 minutes against the Heat. This lineup had an offensive rating of 86.1. Defense was solid, considering that the Miami Heat, that's subpar, honestly. But defense rating for that game, 105.9. Net rating, 19.8. Assist percentage, 16.7. Like, yo, what are we doing? What we doing? He made rebound percentage, 41.9, which is a problem with that lineup. That's the biggest problem with that lineup to me. Effective field goal percentage, 42.2. True shooting percentage, 43.6. What are we doing? Yeah, we playing fast. It is pointlessly fast. Like, what are we doing? In 17 minutes.
Here's the thing, though. Can I provide you a potential solution to this line?
I'm listening.
All right. What if we just reverse the roles of Brooks and Amin?
You want Dillon Brooks on ball?
Correct.
He's been bad on ball this season, bro.
But is he worse rebounding? Is he closer to probably Amin better rebound?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Then Amin is to him rebounding. Is Amin rebounding going to make up the gap? Is that gap bigger? And I would say it is.
In theory, yes. But if Dillon Brooks is on ball, the other team is scoring more, and them rebounders ain't going to matter because they ain't going to happen.
I think it's worth a shot.
I'm with you. I want to get at a shot, but Ime not with that. Ime ain't trying to hear that. Rob Cortez says at this point, either Tari or Jabari are fine in that spot. I know. I've been saying that for the longest. Well, not the Tari part, but the Jabari part, yeah. I've been coming around to the Tari part since Tari got back like healthy for real. But yeah.
Well, Tari's been shooting as well as Jabari has.
Definitely. But I think his activity with a man on the floor, I think is, I mean, we see it. The Terra Twins thing, like there's something to that. I wouldn't mind bringing Dillon off the bench with Jabari together. I think that it might be ugly, but it might not, depending on who you got with him, handling the ball. Rob Cortez says Dillon is the fourth best defender and fourth best rebounder between him, Amin, Jabari, and Tari. Damn. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I'm sorry, but he's not wrong. But he's a veteran, and we know how that goes with all NBA teams. You know what I'm saying? And he's the worst passer. Nah, Jabari, no. Tari probably the worst passer. Nah. You know what?
Tari's not a bad passer. He's just a bad decision maker.
Yeah, okay. That's a better way to put it. That's a way better way to put it. So, but yeah, man, in 17 minutes, this is what tanked that game, bro. Like, the game shouldn't have been as close as it was. But because Ime decided that 17 minutes of this deplorable lineup was what he wanted to do, that's why the game ended up the way that it did. We won, but we won in spite of this lineup. Now, we're going to look at some of the other lineups.
I feel like we do this a lot. We win in spite of things a lot.
We do. And it's bad. It's a bad habit, especially for a team that, we second seed and we want to be in the playoffs and we're young and you want to, like, come on now. It doesn't make sense. But next lineup. Van Vliet, Şengün, Jabari, Tari, and Amin Thompson. We only played this lineup 4 minutes. This lineup was a 200 offensive rating, 120 defensive rating. With that, the math equals out to 80 plus 80 net rating, 75% assist percentage, 83.3 rebound percentage, effective field goal 71.4, true shooting 76.1. Yeah, the pace was slow. I don't care. I don't care if it's slow. If it's effective, that's all I care about. This only played 4 minutes. Leave it up to Coach Ime Udoka to explain. I would really love for some of these guys in the media to pull up some of this data and ask Coach, like, what's the thinking that goes behind it?
Well, I have I'm noticing something here, but I wonder if that's just random.
All right, here we go.
It's a 1-game sample, but
it is. But this carries over.
All three of the
look
best
at the last 10
offensive
games
lineups that played more than 1 minute all do not have Jalen Green in them.
Ooh, he was bad this game though. Him and Şengün. They're
Right.
absolutely
Which could be just
BBL booty
which
cheeks.
could just be random.
True, but that's why I pull up the 10-game sample size first, so you can see what makes sense. Because the opposite is actually true. Jalen Green and Alperen Şengün are in most of the best lineups. Like the combination of the two. All right, so this is the Heat game. I don't really want to go too much into the rest of these because the lineups didn't play that much. Right, just doesn't make sense. Jeez.
Well, I think the one thing about Ime, and we commented on this earlier in the year, is that he probably has the biggest discrepancy between the starters and the variations of all the other lineups compared to basically any other coach in the league. And I think that's what makes it difficult, because it's like, well, except for every 17th game, whenever he goes all in on a lineup that is starting to come back, then he will switch. But otherwise, it's like the starters have to play together for like half the game, and everyone else just needs to figure it out.
Over reliance on Fred VanVleet. That's why the lineup variation is the way that it is. That's what I think. But let's continue.
Well, how was it whenever he didn't play? I can't recall. I can't think off the top of my head. But it could be tied to him.
I think it is, because look at the most used lineups. Most of them got Fred VanVleet in them. That's the way I'm looking at it. But all right. So in the Denver Nuggets game, the trend continues. Fred, Dylan, Jalen, Amen, Şengün. Offensive rating 86.2. That's just beautiful. Defensive rating 117.2, which is just like tops in the league, ain't it? With a negative 31 net rating. Assist percentage is 60% though, right? We like assist percentage. Look at that assist to turnover ratio. That's beautiful, ain't it? We don't care nothing about net rating. We're looking at this, right? Rebound percent. Oh God, I can't even joke about this. 28.9 rebound percentage. That's just ugly. Effective field goal 42.6. True shooting 44.8. Like, come on, bro. E-man. I need somebody to justify. I need somebody to ask coach why this continues and why he is sticking with it so gung-ho. Next most used lineup in this game, and this match is eye test. Adams, VanVleet, Brooks, Green, Şengün. In 9 minutes, 122.2 offensive rating, 76.5 defensive rating, plus 45.8 net rating. This matched the eye test because this lineup did some work in that game. Assist percentage 80%, beautiful. But obviously you can't play this lineup too much because Adams got a cap on him, I believe. Rebound rate 66.7. Effective field goal. Jeez, what is that? Ooh.
That's what I'm saying though. All these lineups, they're so dependent on offensive rebounding. I mean, it's crazy.
My stomach hurt.
We don't have like these like Şengün Adams lineups just don't have true shooting percentages over like 54. It's like insane.
They rely on that offensive rebounding a lot.
So heavy.
Same goes for this next lineup. Next most used lineup. Adams, VanVleet, Brooks, Jalen, Amen Thompson. 150 offensive rating, but 171.4 defensive rating. I don't know if y'all are noticing this. I'm going to say this out loud. Hopefully nobody take this the wrong way. Amen Thompson is in a lot of our worst lineups that we play a lot. I hate to say it like that, but we looking at the damn numbers. And I've been told that I don't like numbers. No, I disagree. I'm just not a number nut. Negative 21.4.
I think, Amen is a very unique offensive player, and you have to kind of build stuff around him in order to make it work, which kind of works for a lot of our guys, right? But I think it's even more imperative with him, which is why the Terratons Twins lineup was good, right? Because you had Amen, Tari, Jabari, and then Jalen and somebody, or Fred and somebody, and you had basically five out. And that's where Amen needs to be effective, because that's how he has to be effective. Even if you play him with like Jock Landale.
Yeah.
Or Jeff Green. Whatever you want to do.
Not using him in the short roll more is criminal.
If he's not a ball handler,
yeah.
If he's playing with two other
handler.
guards, like that's.
But
crazy.
even if he's playing with Jalen and Fred, both of them can spot up.
Right, but what I'm saying is like if he's just playing with just Jalen or just Fred, then I can understand why he has more ball handling duties or whatever, because he's probably also playing with another big, right? But if you have like a Jeff Green, Jabari, Amin, Fred, Jalen lineup, then he could use him in the short roll. You got 5 out. You can do a lot of different things with that.
Remember when the emergency lineup was Jabari at the 5 and whoever the hell else? Now the emergency lineup.
So long ago.
Exactly. Now the emergency lineup is double big.
Right. And it doesn't suit Amin offensively.
Like we're doing Amin a great injustice. And these numbers are an indictment. I wouldn't say they're an indictment against him. I think the numbers are an indictment against Coach Udoka. And maybe indictment is a strong word, but Ime's got to find a different way to use him, because the way that Udoka wants to seem to use him the most is really holding the team back. He has, again, Ime got an idea in his head, and it ain't playing out the way he's thinking in practice. That's a problem.
Yep.
But we'll see. We'll see if we see anything different in this last 10 games. Before we wrap this thing up, let me look at the last 10 games. Let me go on and pull up the schedule, and we're gonna try to, I guess, predict the last 10 games and what we're gonna do. Here we go. All right, starting tonight with Atlanta. I'm not doing a normal preview this game. I'm not going through that list. But do we pull out a dub tonight? You think?
Yeah, I mean, I think against these undisciplined teams, it can get a little up and down, but I usually feel like we fare pretty well.
Against these undisciplined teams, what are we?
Well, we're kind of a mixture. So
we're inconsistent, right? Which is a proof.
We're disciplined on one. We're disciplined on one side of the ball, but not the other.
Are we? Are we really? Every time?
Oh, but I mean, compared to Atlanta, I mean, like if you were to rank consistency of our, on defense, we'd be in the top 7 or 8. I'm sure.
Yeah, you probably a better fan than me right now. I'm gonna be Mr. Negative on this one. I think we gonna have an L tonight, bro.
I mean, it depends on Trae Young. Trae Young can go supernova, and then
Trae Young. Dyson Daniels is going to be a test. Jalen Johnson is an absolute monster.
He's going to put Şengün in a lot of situations he does not like to be in. It's going to be stressful for our defense.
Yeah, Okongwu going to be a problem. Karis LeVert going to be a problem. Zachary Risachet going to be a problem. I like that kid. He has a very good feel for the game. I like his game. He's not putting up the numbers you would think because he's number 1 pick, but I think he's going to be like a better version of Nick Batum. Like a Nick Batum that might make an all-star team.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. So you got us winning against Atlanta. I don't.
Yeah. 7 points.
All right. Utah, dub or L?
We should come out focused in that game, but every time I say that, they don't. It's been like the opposite. So, man, that Phoenix game, right? That's gonna be
the Phoenix game. I have confidence in. I think
they're playing well right now, though. They're like the only team that's playing well right now.
Yeah, right. But we're their kryptonite for whatever reason. So
I have always thought that Phoenix. I know the stats didn't back it up, and this is just totally a feeling that they just were not as bad as their stats were. I think I don't know. I feel like they're getting hot at the right time. That game's gonna be a dogfight.
It might be the case. So far, I got us 2-1. You got us 3-0 in this stretch. All right, so let's keep it going. Lakers, dub or L?
L.
My hatred of the Lakers is not gonna let me say L, so that's a dub. So we both at 3-1. All right.
Yep.
Utah again. Dub.
Dub.
All right, 5-1. Oklahoma City, L. Otto L.
L.
All right.
Golden State's the auto L. I mean,
5-2. Oh, again, Golden State 5-3. Auto L. Clippers. That's interesting. We could lose that one. That's on the road too.
road, second night of a back-to-back in the middle of this chaos of a West Coast trip. I think we could lose the last 5.
Yeah,
It's a rough end.
Yeah, Lakers again. I think we beat the. We probably lose to the Lakers again. We're gonna get screwed by the referees.
The thing is, those Lakers games and probably the Denver game are going to have crazy seeding implications.
True that. I think we end up getting revenge.
It's going to depend. It's going to depend on who wants to play who and who's where in the standings. And
that's true. And that's another thing that kind of makes this a little bit difficult to do. You don't know, because all of these teams, same for Utah, all of these teams have playoff implications. Oklahoma City may or may not play their full lineup because they way ahead of everybody.
Right.
So you can never tell. But
I would say that I still like this. The B team, Oklahoma City team, is still pretty freaking good. So.
Yeah, bro. I think we end up with 52 wins, and that's pushing it to me. I thought
how many do we need? 8
to secure our playoff hopes.
No, for 52.
Oh, for 52. We need 6.
6.
I think we win 6 of the next 10.
3, 4.
We'll find 6.
I'll go less. I'll say they end with 51.
All right, cool.
I'll be safe.
Yeah, my preseason prediction was 48 wins, 4th seed. Turns out I was wrong. Well, I mean, that's still in the cards. Knowing this team, we damn near could go 2-8 the rest of the season. It's very possible. Yes,
yeah, I think I had us lower in seeding, but I think I did have us around 48 wins as well.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. But we can go ahead and wrap this thing up. A quick impromptu 2-man game. I like it, bro. I like it. We got to do an official one though at some point before the playoffs. We got to get one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, share this thing. Make sure y'all go follow my man Slaughter on X. He's at Slaughter. Follow me at AK_VVS on Twitter/X. This is the Rockets Propaganda channel. This is the Rockets Round Robin channel. Tell a friend, and we out. Maybe I'll do a halftime show. I don't know yet. It depends. If it's interesting, yes. If not, I'm not bothering. They might be pissing me off, so I'll probably just save myself the stress. So we'll see. But appreciate everybody pulling up. Pull up again next time. We out.